Well, hello everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend so far. Mine is just starting. I'll be off work for the next couple of days. I have my schedule's kind of changed to like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yep, those are the days. So, day job, I am working 3 days in a row, have 4 days off, which is pretty sweet, pretty nice. I don't know why, but like having it split up, having it where I was working like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, it felt like I was working. It felt like I didn't have very many days off for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. Probably because the chunks of time where I wasn't doing something scheduled were pretty narrow. Like I have my friend's Pathfinder campaign, I have Moto's campaign on Sundays in a little bit. And then I have like my campaign on Wednesdays. So a lot of my days off were like spoken for. And yeah, very, very weird feeling. Now that I have 4 days off in a row, I feel like I have a ton of time off. It's very strange, very strange. Same amount of hours off. Technically, I'm working more hours, but I feel more open. I feel like my schedule's more opened up. I don't know. Helps that for my like contract work schedule, I have more available days during the week. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's related. Maybe it's just because my time is less contested during the week now, because I'm like, I don't know, available for consecutive weekdays to do contract work. Anyway, I'm here as vibrantly generic Varys today with the beanie, because it's a bad hair day. It's fine. We're gonna jump right into some GM prep though. I don't have much preamble babble to go over. Name is changing to 20-sided song soon. I think I'm gonna try to get on tomorrow to work on some music. I do have some chores I gotta take care of, but we'll see how much time that leaves me. I should be able to get it done kind of in the morning. We'll see. And then what? Am I streaming on Tuesday? Maybe. We're doing the GM prep today, so I don't know. We'll see if I stream on Tuesday. I might hop on and play some game, or I might hop on and do some music. I have a lot of music I gotta do this week. I have a song that I'm trying to get done for this campaign pretty quickly. And then I also have a commission. I have another commission song to do, so I gotta hammer that out. hammer some sketches out. I said I would do it at work the last couple of days, and then the last couple of days were actually busy in weird ways. Not like slammed front to back. Well, yesterday was, but Friday it was all like spaced out just enough, and I had some tasks to do. I had to like mix some paint for the I work at an escape room, but also we have paint events. I just realized that the escape room thing doesn't explain the paint thing. Whatever. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to hang out and do music at work, which is totally fine. There are going to be weeks like that, obviously. I don't expect to have a ton of time in my day job, but some weeks I get it. Anyway, we're going to jump right in. Dungeon Drafts is loaded, but we're going to ignore it for now. We are going to hop into Obsidian. Also, I need to restart Yasby. Give me a sec. If you guys don't know, if you are unfamiliar with Yasby, it's pretty great. If you've done any stuff in Linux, if you've like, I don't know, even like Mac, it's this nice tiny status bar at the top rather than this huge chunker taskbar at the bottom. And it's got my time up there. You can pop it out for a nice calendar that I think is more readable than the Windows calendar. It's got a little like media widget. It's got a desktop indicator, which somehow Windows doesn't have if you're using virtual desktops. It's got, you can get plugins for other stuff. It's got a little note thing here that I'm probably gonna make use of pretty often. And it's got a little what are they called? Pomodoro timer? You can't customize the time. It's set to 25. And I think to customize the time, I have to like go into the Python script for it and edit it there. Just fine. It's not super, like there's, I don't know. Maybe 25 is the optimized Pomodoro timer time, but still. And then you've got your like taskbar up here. It's a little less usable than the Windows taskbar. If you have like multiple Firefox things open, you don't get like the preview fly out. But I don't know. I just think this is nicer than the big honkin' Windows taskbar. I think it's a little more usable and a little more useful. So I've been using that and enjoying that. And getting annoyed that, unlike Linux, there's not a hotkey to switch to specific virtual desktops. You have to just like, I don't know what's over there, so I'm a little worried to just flip over. But it's so slow, flipping the animation between the desktops. And if you turn the animation off, it turns off like all Windows animations. So that's my struggle lately. My struggle of wanting to be a Linux A&D, but stuck as a Windows Steve. I don't know. Sorry, Steves. I don't mean to throw shade upon your name. Anyway, we're gonna go through and do some GM prep. I forgot. I do a recap. I do a recap at the start. We'll do that real quick. I don't even use the start menu anymore, just use the taskbar. Although I wish I could make the icon, make like the icons app folders. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Little like fly out launchers down here. Guess what? You can do that in Linux. You can do that in Yasby if you try hard enough. I like to keep it relatively simple. Yeah, I don't really use the start menu either. I just like pull up, I do the Windows search, like I tap the Windows key and search, or like I use the Power Toys power search thing. Using a fake way that simulates it, yeah. The other, like, there's so many little things that I wish I could customize without the taskbar. Like they took away in Windows 11 the ability to put the taskbar on the top and the ability to put it on the sides, and you can turn it off you can have it be on all monitors or your main monitor. But like I want it to be not on my main monitor. I want it to be like on my secondary monitor to the right on the side. So it's like a sidebar on my next monitor. And you can't do either of those things. It has to be on your main monitor. And I'm like, this is the most productive monitor. Why do I want this shitty little thing at the bottom that does nothing? I don't need to see the icons. I only alt tab. I only ever hover over the icons if I like need to find a specific window. I've got a lot of We're here to talk about D&D. Here to talk about the campaign. All right, so last session. The session before last session, the party rescued a queen. They killed the lieutenant that was holding, not even a lieutenant really. They killed the guy that was holding the queen hostage, who had installed kind of a fake queen in place. They'd gone and killed the fake queen earlier, the doppelganger queen. After doing that, the actual lieutenant in this country for the Void, campaign is titled Monsters Against the Void. Party's the monsters, Void are the bad guys. The Void lieutenant turned out to be a big illusion dragon that flew up into the sky. First came and like kicked the crap out of the mansion. And then flew up into the sky and with their breath tore a hole in the sky in the veil that keeps this world that we play on hidden from the rest of the universe. And that was the end of season 2, which had gone on for like a year and a half. 2 years? I don't know. It's been 40 sessions. Excuse me. Sorry, I was chugging coffee. So last session, dealt with the loot from the manor. That took a while. I had a big list, most of it like uncommon and rare things. That was fun. That was fun. They only failed somehow. I flubbed the identify rolls a little bit. There was a lot of aiding other people to identify. But like, if aiding is a mistake, if someone is aiding someone else with religion, which can identify the items, and then they roll higher, they roll high enough to identify the item, I just give it to them, because, like, I don't know. It's better to roll with advantage than to give someone else a +2 most of the time. You know what I mean? It's better to make 2 rolls, whatever. So, they identified most of the items except for one, because Steris is upset with some of the party members and does not want to ask for help at the moment, which is valid and fair. And so they didn't get help identifying this last item, which is a hairpin. That's pretty cool. It, like, they can pop off the flower off the hairpin and like throw it at the ground, and it causes a big explosion that like conceals them until they leave the flower petals. So a little bit of utility there. Lots of utility items. There was a reskinned cloak of Montbank, I think. I need to check on how it's pronounced. But it was worn by the Void Witness. Took some of his ability to bend space and teleport to another location. So basically gives them Dimension Door. Yeah, so we did that for a little while. My internet just shit the bed over and over while I was running. It made me very mad. I started recording the session because I didn't restream like cuts up the VOD in a weird way. Whatever. So that'll take some work to get up on the YouTube in a appropriate form. I need to just start. Whatever. We're not here to talk about YouTube. Anyway, so they progressed on. After the first night of rest, starting the second night of rest, they realized that they were being followed by some of the marsh giants that were seen to be working with Martel Ordine, seemed to be working with that dragon that flew up into the sky and tore a hole in the sky, working for that dragon. They were kind of patrolling the swamp that he was resting in. She? Not sure yet. They had a crocodile that I've learned that crocodiles actually have a very strong sense of smell, by the way. Wasn't totally sure about that. They do. So they were using a crocodile as kind of a bloodhound to track down the party. The party first lied their way past these guards. But then the guards found out that maybe something was amiss. That perhaps when everything went down at the manor, maybe they fucked up and those weird humanoids that were walking around the swamp actually were not supposed to be there and should be tracked down and murdered. So they tried to do that. The party wiped the floor with them. There were 4 crits in that fight. 3 of them from Turkon, the barbarian. My poor sweet marsh giants. Whew. Yeah, that was a lot. They got shreked, but not before one finally got to use his polearm thing to like grab someone. What are they called? Whatever. It's like a polearm with a it's like a polearm with a hook on it. I don't remember. Gaff. It's like a gaff stick. It was a gaff. So grab someone with that. They have an ability where they can like trip someone with a gaff and then like push them down into the ground and like summon up water to drown them, that goes pretty hard. They only got to use it once and only on scene. But yeah, got to give some lines finally about how these silly land sheep were going to be devoured already. The maw above had opened up. They were going to be swallowed between the cold sky above and the cold brine below. It was just a hint that, like, hey, there's some water monsters are joining the army of the Seraph, joining the army of the Void. There are some Frans down there. I had to do it. The Void is very, at least the old gods, the like deities of the Void. The Void they're a bunch of like black hole worshippers and stuff. And it's very like Cthulhu coded. So I also had to have some like deep ones in there. We're gonna have some fish business. They are deep in the sky and deep in the sea is where the Void is coming from. There's the enemy was already here. So some reinforcements have been building up under the water, in the sea, under the sea. So that was what all that was about. Because of all the internet trouble, we didn't get very much playtime. We didn't get to where I wanted to go, but it was a fun fight. It was a good fight. There was some difficult terrain. That was mostly the thing. There was like greater difficult terrain going up to where Scene of Auction was planted. So yeah, it was a good session, fun session. And now we'll do the next session sheet. I'm gonna do like a arc recap of the last arc at the end of next session. Hopefully, if we get to where I want to go, I gotta just carve out half an hour for it. I just gotta do it. So that'll be fun. Be fun to see what folks liked about the last arc. So we'll go over that at the end of next session, and then I'm sure during GM prep we'll go over it as well. I do use Explorer Patcher. That does let you do that to the taskbar, but I don't use that feature. I do think I would, didn't want to interrupt the recap. I appreciate that. I do think I would do what you said and put it on the right side of my last screen. Yeah. I used something called Windhawk to try to do it, and Windhawk was bugging out. It made everything look pretty, but it would like crash Explorer a couple of times a day. One time it like crashed Yasby. It like messed with Yasby's ability to like claim this top bar space up here. And also it's like put your notifications on a different screen thing, like didn't work. It was like coming in sideways, coming in turned for whatever reason, and like glitching out. So I was like, all right. I'm not going to try to mess with Windows UI. Windows UI is going to be its shitty self. So I'm going to use Power Toys as my launcher. I'm going to use Yasby as my status bar and just like hide as much as I can. I'm thinking about using a different Explorer app instead of Windows File Explorer. I don't really know what's available, but and some of the ones I've looked at are shitty, but I don't know. I might try it. Usually Windows updates, not the program itself. I see, for Explorer Patcher. Yeah, that could be for Windhawk. I wasn't very diligent about trying to keep it up to date or anything. Maybe I'll try Explorer Patcher, I'm not sure. One thing that Yasby had that I liked but didn't work is it has a little like, you can see this download indicator here saying like, hey, you've got a Windows update. So that's cool. It also had a little winget one. So if like apps had updates available through winget, which is like a command line package manager, then it would show up there. You could click it and then Yasby would winget all the updates for you. It didn't work very well. It didn't work for more than half the programs on the list, most of which just update automatically when you first open them anyway, like Obsidian does. And it broke. It said there was an update for Stream Deck, for the Stream Deck software. It broke the Stream Deck software's ability to update. It failed to update, and then I tried to update manually in Stream Deck, and it didn't work. So I'm not gonna use that anymore. I just never close my program, so it never checks if there's an update. Got you. Hello, Harm. Good to see you. How you doing? Good. Yeah. Lovely to see you. Virtual God, Varus. Definitely too flattering. I said earlier that I was vibrantly generic Varus today with the beanie and everything. So, so I appreciate the appreciate the uplift. Let's see. So we did some character review last time. Nothing's really changed here. Frankly, I almost don't need to do the sheet this week. This is almost session 1.5 of season 3. Just because of all the internet trouble. But I just failed to take notes too, so that is annoying. I'm really bad at notes. There was some actual conversation I wanted to take notes on. Anyway, we already have the hunting party from the swamp, so we only really need the Sarahtonin scene. And onward. So, Sarahtonin, which leads into... I'll make this a different thing. Which leads to Moonflower's attack Anders' village. Been doing pretty well. Pretty swell, thank you. I shaved for the first time since November, cleaned my room, surpassed 9 months clean and sober. I'm feeling it real well, Mr. Burns. Excellent, excellent. Well, congratulations, that's awesome. Frankly, the most difficult part of all of that is cleaning my goddamn room. We're working on that. I've given Jozu a couple of treats recently that are like, they're in like these paper cups, and there's just shreds of paper all over down here. Just everywhere. So I will, the paper cup is half the treat for him, actually. It's like a half-hour toy tearing that paper cup apart. Really was for me too, Kek. My room is a disgrace to rooms. I understand that. I've got the one vaguely clean angle here, and it's not even that clean. If I like rotate in certain directions, you can see paper cups like right down here. Just bits of paper cups. So yeah. What? I'm glad things are going well on your end. That sounds awesome. So, to go over these scenes real quick, for the folks who weren't here last week, Andrew is one of Steris's vengeance site targets. So we're going to have a scene, probably this session, where, LeBlancan? I'm probably saying that wrong, I'm sorry. How are you doing today? Welcome in. We're just doing a little bit of GM prep. So yeah, Steris has this vengeance site, which is a gift from their patron that allows them to track down targets that have done them wrong and so far gone unpunished. Right now, there are 3 people left who have taken part in the pre-campaign slaying of Steris' family, but also Isha, one of the party members, has recently wronged Steris and made it impossible for Steris to use her vengeance site while Isha is around. Convenient, then, that Isha has split up and gone a different direction for a little while, while the party heads north. So, Steris will be able to... perfect pronunciation. Which one? Wonderful. I'm glad I hit it somewhere there. Is it okay to ask some lore questions? Ask for campaign building advice here. Sure, yeah. I'm not an expert by any means, but certainly I can contribute in the ways that I can. I've cheated. My whole world was made in collaboration with my players. They like set some, we used a game called Microscope. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. We used a game called Microscope to build the world long time ago now, 2020-ish. And so I have like just a list of things that the players are interested in, things that they've added to the world that I could just pull out anytime I want to get them interested. Except for the newer players, I'm struggling a little bit with some of those. Yeah. So that was my world building method. So I can't say I had a pretty good blueprint to start with, especially in terms of getting my characters, my players interested. Yeah, so Steris is hunting down this Ander fellow, who is part of the mercenaries that killed her family. Ander, as a brief recap, not a terrible guy. Basically just went there to get money, was kind of like, he's the most innocent of the group, didn't kill any of Steris' family, actually, kind of like accidentally distracted, not accidentally, intentionally distracted one, and then got knocked out as the one that he distracted got killed. So generally pretty dark storyline. Ander is the one that I have set up as the one that Steris might forgive as a vengeance site target. Basically was down there, used to be a guard, got injured, couldn't be a guard anymore, went to help on the family farm, essentially, that his sister owns, and then they've been having more droughts recently. So during those droughts, took off to find a mercenary company to join to get some money in, and that mercenary company kind of like led him down this path of like, okay, you know, we got to take the jobs that we're given. We're not here to make moral judgments. We're here to like do the job that we're hired for. We're hired killers. You can't have like the moral high ground. It was basically like walked in that direction and then finally realized that maybe this wasn't for him. In the middle of fighting Steris' family. Steris, by the way, is a steno. And this whole job was basically like, go clear out this Medusa camp up at the temple, but they're not Medusas. It's a whole thing. After that, in the middle of this conversation, probably, possibly, depending on how things go, moonflowers are going to start falling from the moon, landing in the area around them. We're going to show a little bit of this in the opener of just like the moon letting out more spores as things start to escalate on the ground. Ander, if still alive, if they're still talking, Ander is going to basically beg them to come help fight these things off in the village. They like fought one the previous day. It took 12 people setting it on fire and keeping it at bay. So if there's more of those things there, then they're gonna have trouble. After that, they will continue on to finding the arcs. I have some light notes about that here. We might insert some scenes in the middle here. I'm not totally sure. I kind of hinted that there's a mercenary company looking for the arcs, different mercenary company than the one we discussed before. Hired by Martel, who they have neutralized already. Looking for the arcs as well. So they'll probably run into that crew. They might run into only the crew's bodies as they run into the arcs' defenses that they have the key to turn off. So that's kind of what's going on. That's the scenes. Those are the scenes we have laid out. I will write up an opener in a second. Just some brainstorming. I have an elven settlement in a forest. Super powerful. Adults are about CR 15, level 15. Got you. It's covered in mythical magic. It's invisible. So a horde of orcs or even an adult dragon is not a threat. What I wonder is, what could threaten such a settlement? I have just one idea so far. There's a preponderance of creatures that can't be handled in totally mundane means. Obviously, one that comes to mind is the Tarrasque. But that's not the only one. You know, some kind of conglomerate of supernatural creatures that have certain resistances, like something like ghosts or spirits or werewolves, or, you know, certainly like one lich set up appropriately could threaten such a location. No matter how strong you are, when your own champions are being risen into undeath, that's a problem. That's a problem. When your equals are being turned into weapons of the enemy. those are the big ones I can think of. Some kind of intelligent creature like a lich that is turning the village against itself in undeath, forceful way or not, or like a creature that kind of cheats like the Tarask. Those are both kind of the things I could think of. Trio of night hags, that'd be good. That'd be good. Hags, coven, get that communal, get that communal energy going. It's not a bad way to go. Especially since night hags in particular have that kind of same thing where they can attack in a way that isn't just like, I am stronger. I'm stronger than them. I will beat them up. Night hags have some tricks. Let's see. I need to set up a macro to insert these 6 number signs to get this sectional set up. This header 6 setup. I use it so often in these sheets. I should just have it on like Control 6 or Alt Control 6 or something like that. Let's see. Open on another segment of the watch. We could probably jump forward a day. We could jump forward a day. Party has traveled another day north. Start on a segment of the watch. We'll see. I go back and forth on having them travel without them being whatever. Without them being there, traveling automatically, but probably fine. Probably fine to narratively move that along. Let's see. Start on a segment of the watch. Whoever is on watch. They will see trail of something like dust. I'll need some different verbiage here. We'll see a trail of something trailing. Behind the moon. Later, they will hear impacts in the distance here and there. Nothing close. Just muffled thuds over the horizon. Which is just the moonflowers landing upon the ground. And then just some mention that things appear to be escalating. Which they already know, but just more signs of future badness. Secrets and clues. We already have 10 from last time, and again, since basically nothing happened last time, thanks to my internet, we can just sock these right in. Just review real quick. Level change, still fine, still vague. What still remains, something went wrong, more vague words to make rumors or something out of. Hole burned. Oh, we did actually get this one. The hole burned in the sky must be constantly maintained or it starts to close. So that one we will get rid of. Some odd sailors came looking for lumber. Haven't. Not yet. Still relevant. Many people. This one is just constantly the bane of my existence. I should just delete this one, this random origin story one. But I need some old history one. Just in case they run into a tomb or a history person and ask about some random stuff. You gotta have something in here that's like old history. group hired by the Ordines is also looking for the Arcs. Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave that one for now. That'll go away soon. Taboo area where an ancient creature lurks. Still fine. Void has servants in the area. In the sea, an army lying in wait. We kind of gave that one for free. Yeah, kind of gave that one for free. The rotting mother helps all of her children hunt, but gains nothing from the outcome but satisfaction, whether the child succeeds or fails. If the rabbit escapes the pup, the mother wolf will still, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That one's still relevant. If the seraph gates control ley line nexuses, still relevant. All right. Could use, well, we have some low-level local clues. I'm so bad at coming up with secrets and clues, man. This is supposed to be the easy part, but let's see. I should throw some clues about Vesgal in here. Like, stuff that I need the party to know more about. I need to always, like, go back to that. Vesgal is Turkon's god, one of the party members that I have trouble engaging. We have some stuff up here about engaging Turkon in the character review. I have some placeholders in here because Steris has a ton going on already, and Isha isn't here, and Moto doesn't care about Bait, the temporary character. So, yeah. So for Turkon, we have some things about how he taxes food all the time, but he hasn't actually been in a place that he defended recently. Someone could call him on it. Just with the intent of trying to get Turkon to reflect on his food taxation, since he's not in a place where he has, like, guarded the land as it's been cultivated in quite a while. Like, the tax just doesn't make sense. Turkon just hasn't thought about it. And then we'll be sneaking in some kind of honorable legendary warrior very soon. That is going to be some follower of the same god. Play to the regular folk. We're getting a little bit of that in with, like, the drought. It's a little less specific than the... We've had a lot of the regular folk getting exploited recently, so we've done a good job of that. But yeah, the blight, some other... Not the blight, they're drought. No blight. Nothing supernatural going on here. Just weather. Just weather. And then trying to highlight music and sound without a concert for a scene. Like, without... Trying to highlight the more primal aspects of music for our bard. Our aberration bard. So, some things about Vesgal, anyway, could absolutely help. Turkon, let's see. Help bring Turkon in. And we have that a little bit with the banner. That they found the Ordine banner. So, Vesgal's warriors defended this area fiercely once. Especially against the Four when they arrived. So we'll just put that in here. Keep it light, keep it vague for now. So we can insert it where needed. I need a name for these guys. Sentries, but we already have a dude named Sentry. Can't call them Guardians because Guardians have such a connotation in this campaign world. Wardens, I guess I was calling them. And it's warden, not in the sense of like jail warden, but like more like game warden. More like, you know, that kind of idea. They are their ward is the places of peace that exist in the world before in the first world. And the surrounding area. So maybe, I don't know if Warden is the best. People think of a jail so often when you say Warden. I think that's already happened once this campaign. Could say warders. I'll think about it. And what's one more? Something directly about an evil eye could be cool. Beholder as D&D puts it, but an evil eye as the illegally distinct battle do stuff puts it. An evil eye is in charge of the moon? The moonflower garden? One of the incoming fortresses. Something void related. So we'll just hang that in there. We'll just hang that in there. These travel sessions in particular, it feels hard to come up with secrets and clues that are like super session relevant, but maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. Okay, so we have our secrets. Excuse me. We have our secrets, we have our clues, we have our scenes, we have our character review, and we kind of know that they're going to be fighting moonflowers. I do have to adjust that fight now because they leveled up at the end of the last fight. So we'll pump that up a little bit, but I don't know if we even need to do that. I'm just going to add a moonflower. I don't even know if I need to do that on stream. Or we'll maybe just we'll make the AoE moonflowers elite. We'll like buff them up a little bit, make them stronger. We have the moonflowers that do a cone, and then we have the moonflowers that like blind you. So we'll try that. All right, so we got that going. Oh shit! Sorry, one sec. I gotta change the name of this. Session S3E2. Okay, cool. All right, and then we got a map. I gotta move my portrait. Portrait? Not quite the right word. Zip this over here. I should almost go to the narrow portrait, but we won't bother yet. Okay, so we've been working on the arcs. Just zoom right into that, Zelda and chill. We've been working on the arcs. The arcs is the dungeon that they are going to. It's not really it's a weapon. It's a fortress that they are trying to find. So far, we have this kind of antechamber. That's some stacked levels based maps. So we have this like upper level, we have this lower, this middle level, and then we have this deep level with some secrets going on. I do kind of want to edit this a little bit and adjust. I want to add like another secret room over here that's like a listening station, like a long lost listening station. Maybe it'll be under the water. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Are you yourself a GM? Do you play some D&D? You're just here to hang out? All totally fine. So I think I'm gonna have a little listening post in here somewhere because I would like them to have a place. We're a little short on secrets in this dungeon. You know? Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is very kind. I try, but that's very kind. That's very flattering. So right now the only secret is how they get across the chasm to get into the arcs. There's the arcs over here, by the way. Oopsies. I do make maps. Well, I make a couple of maps a year. I like to get some good big dungeons, some big custom dungeons. So right now that's the main secret, followed by, oh, there's a way to get up. There's a way to get back up top after getting down to the bottom level. You can climb up this busted up stairway to get into this like hidden chamber back here. So maybe this could be kind of attached to the listening post as well. There might be a way to get into it from like the back of these pools. That's kind of what I was thinking. There might be a way to slip down there from up here. And then if they decide to clear the rubble down here, there might be a way over into this listening post. Like they might intuit that this is not all there was to this old building. What would you say to a new DM that knows nothing about making maps? I'll say the same thing that I tell people who are like starting to make music, which is like start with creativity and playfulness. Let me find one of my older maps. Like when I was first kind of starting to do custom maps. Okay. So we got this guy. This is just like a battle map. And you can't super tell what's going on. Like this is not a high fidelity map, right? But what it is this is like a stalactite city. This is in the Underdark. I apologize. My dog's a little reactive when people come home. Just like knocked the treat out of my hands, and then he's just staring at it. He like didn't grab it with his teeth. He like put it in his lips and just went like and just threw it on the ground. Now he's eating it. All right. Wasn't loud. He just really wanted to get all those words in quickly before he muted it. Faster part of the way. Yeah, truly. It's pretty loud on this end. Pretty loud on this end, but I do have a limiter set up on my mic, so hopefully it's not exploding you guys. Anyway, like I was saying, this is a drow city. This is just a stalactite hanging down from the roof of a huge old cave in the Underdark. They had bridges made of like web, made of like dream web, super strong web, that were they were connecting this place to like the surrounding area, the lands that they oversee, that they rule. The way that these God, what are they called? It's been so long. Troglodytes. They were coming down from above, from the caves between the Underdark and the surface. They were coming down trying to invade, trying to start a war. So the drow cut the bridges, and then the Troglodytes needed a way to still get in. So they started to just carve a huge tunnel and then like blew a hole in the ceiling of this cave, this massive cavern. And then also did the, that blew up where the stalactite was connected to the top, and they started like throwing hooks across and like ziplining down. So we have like all this rubble, all this living space here. And this isn't super complex or detailed. I'm just like, oh, we got some burned and broken furniture. It's a fun map. It's a fun map. So it's like just enough here to tell the story of what's going on. And that's where I would start. Because if you're making a custom map, you want it to be like telling the story that you're trying to tell. And it's more about that than making something super beautiful. Because if you want something super beautiful and it doesn't need to tell a very specific story, you just get maps online. You can get maps from video games. Which is what I would do more if I didn't stream my game. But so I make custom maps when I have like a good idea, a good narrative thing that I want to show. Because like, where online am I gonna find troglodytes digging a tunnel and zip lining into a stalactite city? So yeah, I would just do that. I would focus on like the fun and the creativity and like inspiration and where that hits you and playfulness of it all. Having like, yeah, you gotta have a ton of like knocked over furniture. Let's throw a spilled pot of soup here. They were eating dinner, knocked over the table, spilled the pot. And that gives it a certain like narrative fidelity that even though this isn't super beautiful, even though it's not super detailed, I'm not coming in here and doing like manual shadows and stuff. Got like a mushroom-based table because they're underground. They don't have wood. Yeah. That's kind of what I would. The only tip I've got. Not the only tip. It's the main tip I've got. The second tip I've got, if you want more beautiful maps, shadows are a huge deal. Shadows are a big deal. Also, Dungeon Draft is a great piece of software. I don't draw any of these by hand. I'm using Dungeon Draft and plopping down assets. And then there's a lot of like other advice that's freely available on the internet. Like, it's good to jacquaze your dungeon. It's good to make it interconnected. If you're making a dungeon, make it like no shade on the 5-room dungeon, but it's a little more fun if the players have some ways to explore. If they can kind of like go through different lanes of the dungeon and like meet back up and like travel back over paths they've already traveled, like stumble back upon rooms that they've already been in. I think that's good fun. I really enjoyed that kind of design. But that's not necessary. That's not, you know, to the old version. Whatever, I added some broken doors in the updated version. So yeah. Yeah. I think that's most of the advice I'd give. I think that's the most important advice I'd give. Just if you have an idea and it's not working out immediately, it took me like an hour to get the stairway right. And is it right now? I don't know, you tell me. But it looks good to me now. So just like problem solve stuff. Like if something doesn't look quite like it looks in your brain right away, keep playing with it. Keep playing with it, keep trying different ideas. Yeah. And things don't need to be totally perfect. This is a transition to another part of the map over here. When they step in here, they're just going to get moved over to another map. This hallway is not a perfect circle because it's hard to make a perfect circle on the edge of a map. You need to have vision of the start of the circle to make a perfect circle. So like, just don't waste your time trying to make this a perfect circle. It's fine. Unless you're selling the map, maybe. If you get to that point, then things should be a little more perfect. So yeah, like I said, we are going to be making the actual fortress. We were looking at the kind of like antechamber here. This is like outside the fortress that the party is trying to find. The Ark's Sustinium, the sustaining keep. So they just kind of go through this as they figure out how to get into the Arks. If they manage to get all the way to the bottom level and they follow this hallway over to the east, they will end up fighting a boss. The boss is over here. The boss is a void creature who is like planted a bunch of eggs right on the ley line that is charging this keep, that is like powering this keep. And yeah, the party will have to fight them to be able to move the keep around. So there will be that. That'll be fun. They can find it before they know what's going on or after. Those are the two options, and I kind of hope that they find it before, because that's technically the easier way to get in. But we'll see. So I should keep that up. It's fine. On this layer, we're gonna start on like the middle layer. We'll put some levels in real quick. If I remember how. There we go. Level settings. Main hall. Courtyard. What do you call this? Hangar level. That's how you spell hangar, like a plane hangar, right? Shit. You spell it with a second A. Gosh darn. Gosh dang heck. Okay. So hangar level goes below. And then we've got the under cavern. Or, you know, yeah. And that'll be even lower still. So we got 4 levels here, because I like to give myself a bunch of work. One more. My party has just found a brass dragon egg, and it has just hatched. Super cute little girl dragon. How can I mess with them trying to take care of the hatchling? I mean, eating things that they shouldn't eat is a classic. It being able to fly while they can't fly, another classic. What kind of breath does a brass dragon have? Is it fire? Lighting things on fire. Lighting things on fire is good. Sleeping in places that they can't get to. I might take an early break and see if my dog wants to go outside. Yeah, we'll take a break now. This will be our only break. I should claim that. It'll be our only bigger break during the prep session here, and then we'll go for a couple more hours, and I'll wrap it up in about 2 hours, maybe. Yeah. What time is it? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Be right back. I'm back. For now, I'm gonna have to go let my dog in. So we'll get there, but let's see. So we want, on almost all of these, a transparent background. Thank you, Aki. I don't totally remember. Let's see. Oh, right. I think it's, every time I use... There we go. Turn off terrain. Courtyard, turn off terrain. Although I kind of want it in the middle. Oh. Is that it? I'm a little confused. Courtyard, main hall, hangar, under cavern? Oh, there we go. It did work. Okay, it was turned off for the other levels automatically. Okay, I was confused. Got like a nice... I got a nice charging cable for my headphones. My old one got ran over too many times. And I still run it over it. I keep trying to get it out of the way. And it somehow always ends up under the wheel. So first of all, what am I doing? I think we want a pattern shape. I've learned a little while ago that you actually just totally want to decouple your walls from your floors for the most part. There are some dungeons where I'm like fine making rooms with walls and floors. A dungeon like this, I'm just gonna make the floor and the wall separately. I thought I would be able to just remember everything. Let's go take a look. See if we can find this exact... Oh yeah. That's interesting. We'll see how I did that. That color gradient is so smooth. I know they're gonna get the wrong idea from this like red colored area. All it means, there's just this thing with technology of the four, where like stuff that's red is suffused with energy of their original world. Stuff that's blue is suffused with energy of this world and has been charged by this world's ley lines. And so the blue, this just means that it's like not, I keep hitting that side. I've gotta shit. The red over here just means that it's basically a battery charge level. Like this has not been totally, it's not being totally charged up. So I'm gonna have to change it back to blue once they do successfully. There will be a version that's blue and red and a version that's totally blue. So we're looking for these. Oh yeah, this like craggy volcano floor. Okay. And there's my dog. I'll be... Not this alien stuff. Definitely not the skin one. Not the coral. Yeah. It's like volcanic crags. Oh, I remember looking at the cell wall ones. There's some weird options between Tom Kartos and Forgotten Adventures. This ain't it. It's like closer, but that ain't it. Oh, it's right here. How'd I turn the other one blue? Did I just use... Maybe that's not it. Because this is pretty, like, dull. Oh, I put the shadow in the middle, though. Still, pretty, like, dull red. This is super bright in comparison, right? Can we just do this? Oh my god, these arrows. This is such a shitty feature. Should not have an invisible UI element that fucking flips you to another image. If it's just there all the time, I wouldn't accidentally click it. I'm getting so mad. Okay. So clearly not the same. These are also too bright. Oh, it was just right down here. I'm so dumb. Okay. We got some red, clearly. Like this red. That's still a little bright. No, it's these. Okay. We'll do blue mostly. And I think we can just keep snap on for sure. A little hard to see. Can I make the grid lines like tan? Can I make this a little higher contrast? I probably should enlarge the UI. It would make streaming it much better. I'm a little scared to do it right now that I've found my target floors. So I think we can just do this and then like go in like 3 and then hold Alt and then do this. 2, 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That doesn't look symmetrical at all. Also, that didn't work. That didn't cut it out. What the hell? Oh no. Oh no. I thought I was just gonna be able to delete the middleman. Oopsies. That's pretty unfortunate. Maybe I will have to make a room. Maybe I will have to make a room. Because I'm not manually making a bunch of circle points. I'm just not doing that. So we need to find the floor again. Oh no, the floor for the rooms is... This list is way too small. We've got no volcano crag. No Vulcan crag. Lordy Lord. So it is Alt to delete when you're making a room. There is no Alt to erase when you're making a pattern. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. All right, hold on. We'll still do the same thing. We're just gonna go from here to here, And then we'll try to edit some points, right? We're gonna add a point here, right? Here's the... Here's how we do it. And then we're gonna do the walls. This just has to be, this is actually almost totally fine. 3 across, 15-foot wide hall, that seems fine. Oh, whoops. Do another one here. Close that up. And then it's gonna look like I'm doing nothing. It's gonna look like it, but I promise I'm doing something. Not nothing, something. Drag this up here. See? See? Look at that something. Whole bunch of something going on. Drag this. There. All right. And then I'm going to make a wall on the inside and the outside, and then we'll just bring these lines closer to the wall, but it doesn't have to match perfectly. We've cut our little inside gap. And then I'm definitely going to introduce hallways that go in further so we can, like, stretch this in as, like, hallways. So that's fine. So, to the wall. We need this kind of interesting thick wall with like the kind of geode look to it. I'm gonna trust that I would have taken notes if it was particularly hard. Oh, it's this one. It's this one. That's fine. Okay. Then we do a circle. Do a circle again. Don't. I can't. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. There we go. Bam. And we do it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if you're inside here, you can't even tell that I made a weird diamond shape in the middle, right? It's nearly perfectly 3 tiles wide. Okay. All right. That's like most of what we needed to do. I kind of need a red one to blur. Do I even... It's a lot of work for something that I barely care about. To make like a red... a red section to show that the keep isn't totally charged. I don't know. I don't know, man. If I just do like some flickering lights on the south side, maybe flickering red, it's gonna have the same effect. We'll just do that. We'll just do that. Easy. Do I want stairs up right? I do want some stairs up here. There's gonna be a whole ass waterfall back here. I'm gonna make a helper real quick. Just gonna like mark the corners of this for now. Of this original one. You might be like, why? Why are you doing that? And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to expand this out to the right. This is going to be a little bit wider than a perfect square. So we're just going to mark the original edges of the map, this level. to help out a little bit as I'm like making other levels. We're actually gonna put these on every level. I'm just gonna do that. Because that means I don't have to do a bunch of transparency stuff every time I'm trying to like line something up to the original circle. This just makes it much, much easier. Except on this map. Except on this map where it's all tan. What the hell? It's not gonna be tan. It won't be tan later. It's fine. Okay. So yeah, I think the stairs, I think they're just gonna run right into the stairs. There's just gonna be stairs right in front of them that lead upward. And I'll just have that choice immediately. Need this anymore. I could just edit the points here. Although, let me test something real quick. Okay, all right. There used to be a thing with Dungeon Draft where, like, if you edit the points to an existing object while on a different pattern, a different floor pattern, it would like change the whole pattern. So I was, yeah, that has long since been fixed, but I was paranoid. So you know, put a big old door in here. Is this a 2x1? This looks like a 1x1 to me. Oh, it's 2x1 because it's leading slightly into the next pile. Did I make the walls? Oh, the walls don't have a layer. Okay. Cool. Just peeking me out. I suppose I could do one of the 3x1 could be it. That's a little thin though. That's a little weird though, you know? Need some thick boy doors. I don't have the option to thicken these up like I do paths. So I need something like this, but with better art. More fitting art style, and they don't have them anywhere. I wish I could search in this for 3x1. Oh, it's blasted. What happens if I just do... I mean, it's gonna look ugly. I already know the answer to this. I've tried... Well, what? What? That ain't bad. It ain't great, but it ain't bad. I could put another object on top. I can fix this manually. I know the tricks to blend. You know, oh, that's almost okay too. Okay. Ugh, it bent the wall. Doesn't need to snap to the grid that hard. Right? Still kind of bent the wall, but not as much. So then we'll find some object that we are okay using as the bridge here. Have some here, but I'm not going to use these, I don't think. do like gargoyles even. They've read my mind. Shit, what's wrong? How do I... There we go. So I could do... It's a little ugly. I could do something like this. How do you lightly rotate? I forget, dude. I thought it was shift. Z. So you can do something like this. So you could do something like that on both sides to blend the door. I don't think I want to use this ram skull, but just as an example while I figure out what the heck. Jesus. Something like this could work. It's a little big. And then when it gets small enough, it's a little small. So maybe we'll remember this. Trireme Prowram. This is my nickname in high school. Mask of the Wild. I'm so sketch on like YouTube mixes that have been put up in the last year. Like this is 3 hours. This is 3 hours of Majora's Mask music made with Breath of the Wild sounds. Samples and sound effects. Oh, well. Okay. All right, no AI. Sick. They just like used a sound font of Breath of the Wild and then made Majora's Mask. Sick. All right. That fits the kind of existential dread going on in this campaign. Let's see what kind of gargoyles we have. Gargoyle. The fuzzy search in Dungeon Draft is so funny. Gargoyle Lion could do it, man. These ones up here are a little too low fidelity to really fit, but this lion guy... My only concern is that they don't have a ton of... The 4 doesn't have like a ton of lion iconography. Not like a ton, you know? Let me tint it this kind of like gray. I didn't mean to make it a little transparent there. Whale. Oh, that's not what I meant to do either. Do this. So many features I'd get lost. I've been doing this a while. You know? You think this needs to be a new custom color? There we go. That'll do. So yeah, I have a decent amount of muscle memory for some of these things. Snap. Why is the... Oh, that was zoomed out, I guess. We'll call 3... Uh-oh. My bad. Try this. I don't like this so much. This is where I get a little obsessive with map fidelity these days, to go back to the earlier discussion. I'm like, all right, I gotta do this non-snapping so that I can get this wall to blend right. Right? And we can kind of just do it. Let's see. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 10 dots? 10 dots in. We go like this. And then we can snap. We just go boop, 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 boop. And then we have to turn snapping back off. Then we gotta... 2. Oh, they're not perfectly... Oh, no, they are. Okay. 2, 3... Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Works fine until my eyes go cross-eyed. Okay. And that keeps the walls blending a little better. Circular walls are the worst. Wide walls are the worst. Oh, wait. I was gonna look for a stairs object. Try less fuzzy. But A, I think I kind of hate... Well, these are okay. These are okay. If I, like, repeat these a few times... Hello, Mr. System. How we doing? Get this up to, like, yeah, there we go. Oh, it needs to go... Did I put the door over the wall? No. I think it just is like that, because I put it on the wall layer, right? Portal tool. Man! I understand why doors are on top of the wall, but I hate it. I hate it a little bit. That's, harsh in my vibe a little bit. We can start behind that, though. That's fine. Oh, it should be on the dots. Is this right? This doesn't look totally lined up. It looks... I think it's just a trick of the light. Right? Right? Trick of the light, right? Writing. Very nice. Very nice. Can I... Let's see. Menu. Preferences. Snap at every half-grid unit? I don't know if that'll be enough. And also, it did nothing. Gosh dang it. Well, I guess it is doing it, but it seemed like that was already on. Anyway, whatever. We turned snapping off. Ugh, okay. So, like... It's miserable. Why did I decide to make manual stairs? Why did I do that? Where's my filter for selection? Filter... Not all. Filter objects. Excellent. And then we should be able to just click these boys. Copy, paste. Looks right enough for me. Copy, paste. How did I only get 3? What do you mean? What do you mean? Get him out of here. Okay. Copy and paste. There we go. I need some graphic design lines to make sure I'm lining this shit up. Can I control click? Can I do that? Nope. I'll just paste one more force set. It's gotta go down a little. You can't nudge it? You can't arrow key nudge it? I'm so mad. I gotta use my heckin' mouse and my shaky ass hands to get this right. Why does it look like the top is too tall and the bottom is too tall? What's going on? Did I zoom the stair? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna zoom in that far. It looks like a line to me. Does it? Looks a little cattywampus on the... Okay, we got the stairs. One set of stairs. Got to do the same shit over here. At least on the other side, I can, like, copy this, mirror it, and just toss it over there. I can, like, grab the lions, too. I can just do all of it. So that'll be easy. Let's do it now. Let's do it right now. Copy. Paste. Rotato. Rotate. Okay. And then like this right on the line. Shoop, 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 shoop. Then we'll just see, where does this line up on the lines? Okay, like right through the main is where this dotted line is. Ooh, pretty close, man. Cool. And I'll trust that when I put the door there, it's gonna all line up fine. And oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So just get down here. No. Oh. Oh, how dare you? See that? Maybe that is on the line. No, the top is jaggy. Gosh dang it. All right, I gotta snap it here. I think. Hold on. What does Alt do anything for me here? No. See, the jaggy line is like not totally aligned. All right, we gotta snap it. Whoa, that wall got so fucked. You see that? Holy shit. Try that again. Come on. Come on. What are you doing to me, man? All right, well, fuck with the wall points. Can't just delete them, right? Can't just delete the wall points? Yes, I can. That was really bad. Oh, gosh dang righty then. This is so fucked. We fixed it. Hey. Why did that work? Don't fucking ask me. All right, and then it was unsnap. 1, 2, 3. This line could be a little more usable. We could have some like inch marks, right? Some centimeter marks right on like every 5th, every 10th dot. Have some I don't know. What's just above? What's the one just above a meter? It's not a... I know kilometer is the next most used one. But is it like decameter? Whatever. Have one on every 10th dot, every deca dot. You have a deca dot, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boop, 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 boop. And this, like, I should have just put it in the middle. Like, there's no way it's that much better to count to 10 to get to get slightly over halfway to the middle. Whatever. Made my bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm fucking cross-eyed, though. I swear to God. Okay. Our beautiful, perfectly symmetrical doors. Don't look too close. Like an indentation, yeah. Oh my God. We're like halfway done with this hallway. I need some glass over here, and that's gonna ruin my life. I guess I can just say it's glass. I can just delete the wall over here, show underneath, show the hanger below, and not fuck with it. I do need to... The one of the hanger, the north hanger, is going to be fucked up. So I need to be able to show it, like, blasted open over here. And that's going to be a pain in the ass because, I don't know, I like making things difficult. And then, once they have this castle as their fortress, I'm going to have to make a totally clean, not fucked up version of the hanger. And, you know... Definitely, here's another map making tip. Don't look too far into your own future and despair. Don't do that. There's no reason. This mostly hides it. That one's fine. Yeah, sick. You made me so mad. It doesn't need to snap. It doesn't need to snap. Just makes my life easier if it does. So we'll just, what is this? This must, yeah, this is the line. The center line of this curve. We'll drop that in there. Turn snapping back on. Drop this, I don't know, there. Drop this, I don't know, there. Cool. Look at that easy. That easy circle. I didn't even do the extra one over here. What the heck? Oh, I do need... I do actually need it to, like... Okay, we'll do the other... I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm an expert maker of maps, all right? This is a weird version of Astral Observatory. I love it, though. It's a cool way to do it. Okay, no snap. Put this right in there. Turn on snap. Put this right in there. Where the hell? Is it this one? It's that one. And then add a nice little, oh, but not snapped. Nice little dot there. Already got one there. Oh, I can just do it right there. Yeah, that works. Yeah, get over here, man. Get over here. Make it easy. Snap. Snap. Let me do that over here. Snap to that. Snap to that. Snap to that. Snap to that. Sick. Stairs are once again complete. No one's gonna see through here, so you don't really need to tuck that in. This one's gonna have a ton of water damage. I just realized I didn't need to make this perfect at all. This is gonna be ruined over here, but it's fine. We can start it out perfect and we can ruin it. Yeah, we'll figure that out once we're done with the top side. I think there's gonna be hallways that go into the middle here. There's definitely gonna be a room in the middle. I'll just do the room in the middle first. Yeah, I've got like an hour. I don't really need this done this week. I do need it done probably by next Wednesday. So there's a day of big hard map work in the future. Okay. We'll just go up. We'll do the courtyard. We'll keep lining up the easy stuff while we're here. Don't start anything that's gonna break my brain. Around the edge, we're gonna have another circle of wall. This is gonna be some kind of like rampart, so we're gonna look for a ramparty animal. This one's gonna look way more castle-y. The underside wall looks a bit more... I might have to manually make it look like ramparts. Is there a path that does ramparts? Okay, brush portal tool. Oh, the path is over. Right. Cool stuff here. Well, there are some ramparty options. Floor breakstone. I guess it's not supposed to be ramparts. Could do. This could work. Oh, it's a torment wall because there's spiked chains on the back of it. Lovely. And then these don't totally fit the art style. This road is sick. This looks so good. Why haven't I used this before? Like, look at this shit. That's gorgeous. These are lovely roads. Tom Kartos is sick. Oh my god. Huge, thick rampart wall? Oh my lord. We've done it. This is a little hard to... It's a little tricky. No transition in, no transition out. Oh, boy. Let's see. So we need to find the exact middle position. We've got 40, so the middle should be 20? Right? Except we're starting at 0. Does that matter? We'll just do it, and we'll think about the math later. So we're going for 20 and 2 in. And we're bringing it... Or 2 in, right? So we're bringing it to this one. This ain't gonna be a perfect circle either. But you know, it'll hopefully be good enough. It's good enough! We done it! Holy... Well, it looks a little shitty there. Looks a little bad there. We'll... You know what we'll do? Maybe? We'll, like, wrap it a little bit? I don't know which... Edit points. Oh, no. Thank you. What the fuck? So, like, bring this one... here, but like in just a... Oh. This might look goofy. No. No. Oh, this is gonna fuck things up so bad, actually. This is so annoying. I shouldn't have terminated it at exactly the same spot. This sucks so bad. I'll put a tower here. I'll put a tower there. They're just enormous tower prefabs. That's cool. Overwall. Thank you. Just a little bit. This'll work if I turn off the shadow. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if we clip over the edge of the map. It just doesn't matter. It's like not exactly... I don't know. I'm not perfectly satisfied with that. I was kind of hoping for like a stone tower, and I feel like I'll have to make that myself. BRB Lurkish sounds good. I guess these do have tops. Oh no, we're tinting still. I see, I see. Why is there no... How do I clear a tint, dude? Oh, that's how. This tower's fucking huge, dude. We can just make it smaller, though. Do one of these in each quadrant. That's not the worst. This kind of means they'll be coming out into the building, but we'll... Whatever, it's fine. So I should place it as a roof. This whole thing. I should start it in the north. Okay, all right. I've come up with something. Can I grab this whole thing and rotate it? I don't think so. Maybe I can. Yo. Sick. Where did the gap go? What the fuck? Did that just fix the shit? What do you mean? What the fuck, dude? Just making it re-render by rotating it fixed the gap? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I don't even need towers. Dude. My brain is exploding. I do actually just want towers now. We'll put it on this line, this here center line. My eyes can stop crossing. I'm just gonna have to count it every time, I think. Just... Center. One more. What the? Am I off the line? Huh? Math is fucking weird. Math is fucking me up. Oh, that kind of looks like... What? Did I just... What is going on? Why does that look perfect now? Bruh, I'm dying. I'm freaking out. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. I was just off center. I don't need to freak out. It's not mandatory. Okay. All right. And then we can do a pattern shape tool because user layer. Yeah, I think this is fine. I can change the layer if I need to. Search type, no search. Simple tiles, patterns. Roof texture, hey. Okay. Let's find some grass. It would be funny to just make the floor out here space. but I don't think that's the move. Ooh, could get some mossy cobblestone. Oh, it should be below water. We're gonna have like some rocks and stuff over. Yeah, it should be below water because we're gonna cover some stuff with water over here. What do I have? I still have space. Okay. Eight by 8 grass. Hell yeah. It's a little bright. That's a little bright, I think. We can get it. We can darken that a little bit. Right? That's a bit much. I suppose if we're darkening it, it should just be like in the grayscale that we... Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. We're like 3 in. Shadows. Remember when I was like, we're gonna keep this simple? Set of pattern textures match. Oh, okay. So why is this a tornado? Why is it a tornado to load related textures? It's very funny. I'll do the shadows now. We'll do the shadow now. It's bothering me that this looks like it's the same level. Half tool. Shadow. God, shadow. Low. Below. Water. Wibbly wobbly step. I didn't know that was a shadow option. What the hell? Shadow path half 60%. Sounds good to me. Edit points? No. Width 1, smoothness 1. Transition out. Shrink? Maybe transition out none. Because we've learned we can just fucking rotate shit. Maybe. So we're 3 in once again. And we're going up here. 3 in, hold shift to curve it. And we're going up to it. It? Maybe it's got to be a little wider than 1. Here we go. Let's just crank this up here to, yeah, 2.5. 2.5 sounds good. Give me the 2.5 even. I like some reproducible... What's going on? Oh, fuck. All right, we'll try that again. Boop. 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 You did a good job with this album. I can't believe I was scared it was they did a good job. They did a good job. It sounds great. Let's see. Bam. There's kind of a cut there. I don't know if I care enough to even try to rotate it. And then we'll do some, like, I don't know. We can't do this on snapping. It's gotta go this way. Oh. The tower is... Let me just fix this right now. Filter for objects. We're gonna pop these boys. Every single one of them. We're gonna move them one higher. So they are right now above walls. We're gonna put them above roofs. Blam. Sick, sick, sick. And now we can put the shadow on above walls. We don't have to, you know, dig around. Stand by. Transition in, grow, transition out, shrink. Almost. Yeah, kind of good enough. Oh, shit. Can I mirror? Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do? Transition in, out, tint color. Oh, that's grayscale. No, I can't mirror them. That's annoying. Because I need this point to be the most flexible one, but shadows you have to... I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll find a spot. That's good enough. Make it a little bit. We'll bring it up to 3 and a bit on this one. Nope. There we go. Boy. See if I can just copy these paths. But the other one's a path? Can I filter on... I can't filter on layer, can I? Yes, I can. Oh my god. Above walls. Sick, sick, sick. Oh my god, yes. Copy. Paste. Move. Turn. And this should just lock right in? Roll. Not really. Close enough, though. Like, close enough, though, you know? That's pretty good. It's not identical. I'm not here for identical. The light's coming from... Actually, it is coming from a uniform dome over the whole thing, so... There's that. I have not saved this heckin' map, dude. I'm good at computers. I don't make silly mistakes like not saving for 3 hours. Well, never once. Not even once. It's looking... It's looking. All right. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. And then we rotate this way. Slide it on. Slide it on over here. Why am I... This one is breaking my brain a little bit more. And I don't totally know why. But I think that's it. I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Sick. Save again, because the whole thing's chugging a little. Okay. We need a busted up castle right in the middle. We need stairs down. we'll do that. This is where we will need to compare levels a little bit, compared to the main hall. Opacity, yeah, sure. Uh-oh. Hello? Compare levels. The opacity of the main hall needs to be... Yeah, let's crank that way up. Okay, that's fine. Why'd my phone light up with no notification? Well, what are you doing? Okay. Yeah, I think we'll take the wall tool. What do we got on here? Got the right wall. Sick. I don't even need, I can snap it. I don't need to draw any weird shapes. I can make this transparent. Bruh. Sick. It is a little bit of a shame that this is a wall. I gotta make it not a wall on the other side, because it's gotta be underwater. So I'm gonna have to make the other one with a path. It's fine, I guess. Or I can just make it fucking rubble. It just could be totally rubble over there. Or it can be transparent. Anyway, so that means that I have to actually edit the points of this shape, this grass shape. We have to do something like we did before. We're gonna slide this guy in all the way over to here. Look at that little zipper of stone. And we'll add a point there on both sides, and then we'll kind of like yank this one. Yeah. Like this, this. And then there we go. There we go. So sick. Okay, love that for this side. Other side's gonna be more complicated, and I don't know if I want to do it right now. But we need to do the same thing. We just need some kind of... Basically, there's a waterfall, like, right here. That is, like, it pooled and made its own little, like, lake right here. From up above, it is broken through the barrier. There's a barrier protecting this whole place. Broken through the barrier, because it's just a constant waterfall over the course of years and years and years. So it's, like, punched a hole in the barrier slowly. And kept it open. And it's, like, made a pool here that then, like, drains out this way. So maybe we can make that waterfall first. So we should have a bit of this. And then it'll be like kind of eroded, covered with mud, something. Let's see if we can find that wall as a... What is it called? What was that wall called? It's like it's way down here. Oh yeah, it was called like Xeno... No, it's Ceramorph. Okay. Is it Sarah with an A or with an O? Oh my god. Let's try just morph. Hey. Not there. That's not it. This one is. With an E. The third option. Whoa! Made a mistake. And then my control Z didn't. Okay, there we go. Just make sure everything's good over there. Okay, good, 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 good. Below water. Width is 1. Smoothness? I don't think it's smooth. Let me just see. Let me just see how this works. Can't transition out like that. I guess we can fade it. We'll see. Smooth ain't it. I can't get that bezel. I guess I can kind of fake it. It looks very organic, and I don't like that. I don't like it. Turn off the fades for now. Put the smoothness to 0.5. Looks a little less organic, but not. It don't look like this. I want that bezel shape, but I can't make walls. Can't make walls at different levels. Different layers. Gosh dang. Gosh dang heck. Gosh dang heck, dude. Let's try no smoothness again. Let's try no snap. We just do like this. It still does the weird. Okay. It don't work. It don't work, man. It doesn't blend the same way walls do. But I guess, you know what we can do? We'll do some layer fakery here. We'll do the wall tool. And then we'll like put some rubble on top of it, kinda. And while we're here, let's do a little bit of a... Let's go back to that pattern shape tool. We're on edit points already. Heck yeah. Move this guy in like this. Same as before. We'll move these ones all first. This one's gotta extend a little more. We can do that. We can do it in post. We'll do it in post. Oh, and there can just be rocks on top of this. We just have rocks that have fallen on top of this from up above, from the cavern ceiling. Nice. Makes perfect sense. Players wouldn't have questioned it either way, but it makes sense to me. So, put another way, the players will question it if they're going to question it, and my own logic will not prevent them from questioning it. So we can just have rubble piles kind of strewn all along here. These are kind of huge rocks, but what's the rock look like on the outside? Oops. Yeah, it's this kind of browner rock. But then these are the brassy, bronzy looking, whatever, man. Whatever, man. It's these rocks. We just make sure that we have like mud covering a bunch of this, either up here or down below. We're at. Okay, the other ones don't have to be above wall. We're just gonna undo both of those. And change the layer. Snap is not necessary here. I don't need the compare on right now. We will need a little bit of like mud and stuff over here. Let's do the water brush. Might have to do the water down there on the lower level. We'll just do like some rocks and stuff terminating it here, because if this is hanging over the transparency and the transparency makes it like black, that's not going to really work. It'll stand out a lot when I actually bring it into the VTT and this is all layered up in levels. Okay, so there is that. We need a good mud texture. There's no way these... Yeah, okay. Can I search? Nah. Not more than this, anyway. And this one will do some edge blur. Oh, I do need this snap-on. No, because it's going to be blurred. Oh, boy. Okay. We'll see how this looks. We'll see how it goes. I can edit the points if needed. That's kind of working. Let's see. The blur parameters appear to be changing nearly nothing. Oh, I guess I have to edit it with the one that I put down already? Hold on. This was on... No, it was on 5. It's blur range of... I don't know. Blur range of 1? So let's see if we can edit that here. I don't really know. I don't really know. Pattern. Oh, I can edit it here. Okay, sick. It could be a little less smooth. It could be a little less blurred. A little more smooth. That's not too bad. And we'll probably have a bit of this texture like over the walls down below. We'll still kind of run into a hard line issue. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is going to be one of those things I just have to play around with a bit. This water looks a bit... How do you... What the? Walls, portals, objects... Paths, lights, patterns, roofs. Can't select water. Can't select water, man. Okay. So we just gotta... This is one of those where if we brush in a different color, it'll be a bit... It'll change the whole thing. It's a little disabled border. Border is a little cartoonish for me. But I don't have a better solution. I don't have a better option in this case. Oh, the blend distance is for the deep color. You can have a blend distance of like almost nothing. Yeah, they kind of like hide the edge of the water with that like inky black line. I could probably do a shoreline thing. We'll try it. You can always turn this back on. Oh, jagged. Alright. Path tool. Is there like a shore? Yeah, kinda. Oh yeah, grass. Oh, grass path short. Just almost got like gaslit into using this as a shoreline. Should kind of work. But not kind of really what I'm looking for. I kind of want just like a rock ridge. I thought there was like a... like this. Like the ridge. Okay, I guess ridge is... Excuse me. Still a little jagged, but zoomed out, you don't really notice with everything else going on. Let's Try one not below water. Let's try one above water. And let's just see. Oh, the fade makes... This is actually kind of worse, I think. Maybe if I do it right, it looks fine. There's gotta be another option. So we're only getting the slate ones. So we had like ridge, we had bank was the other one. Yeah. Stone mossy. Bank dirt. That kind of works. Get that smoothness up. Maybe we'll do the grass one. I don't know. Then it'll kind of thin over here a little bit. Probably just get covered by something. Oops. We'll just do the grassy one, I think. Oopsers. Try our best to mold the water to this. We'll make the width 1.5, give us a little more wiggle room. We'll have transition and be grow. Half the difficulty making maps is like getting good transitions between tile sets. Well, half the difficulty making maps with these editors like Dungeon Draft that use pre-made assets. If you're drawing your own maps, I mean, maybe blending between different sections is still like the difficult thing. I'm not totally sure. I don't really know. I'll massage that on the water side. We'll have some more convenient rocks there, I think. Yeah, the grow thing just doesn't really work for me. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Oh, it does. It does. It does. None. Then I just gotta very carefully. Oh, nope. Cute. There we go. Boop. Transition none. Where's the edit? Filter layers, delete, copy, paste, mirror, lock. There's not like an edit. I wish you could edit these dots here. Dude. Dude. That's what I want. That's what I want, is to be able to adjust these here. instead of going back to the paths. Map tool. None. Edit points. Mess with the one. Oh, that doesn't even do it. That isn't even doing it. Let's delete this point. That'll probably do it. It won't do it. Oh my good lord. And then it did, suddenly. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, man. Okay. Okay. I could massage that line more. However, we have rocks at our disposal. We could just plunk. We do one under the water layer right here. Oh shoot, I meant that one to be underwater, lol. There's an update to Dungeon Draft that lets you use hotkeys to switch between layers, and I need it. I need that real bad. But I was afraid to update as we were kind of making new parts to an old map. I don't, you know. I was worried about that. Worried about doing that. And I kind of want to get the mud done on the lower level before I blend this bit too much. Yeah, I think that's where we'll call it for now. We done good work. We done good work. There's gonna be a big old fortress right here. Probably this. We're gonna blend the, because I'm just addicted to making things more complicated. We're gonna have the edge of the fortress also be hitting some of this water damage, some of this lake, and like crumbling into it. So we'll do that. Well, we need like a waterfall shape, kind of like coming down from above. Do we have that? Big. Something like this, I don't know. So we'll have some kind of blend of like this. What's rotation 0 of this look like? Oh, coming down like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll toss a waterfall in here. It might just be something like this, like a little bit of a smidgen going above this guy. This one's pretty good. verticality is hard. Things falling in a 2D plane is difficult, man. Something like that's pretty good, though. Yeah, something like that's pretty good. I think that does the job. All right. All right. That was good. That was good getting the framework this in. I do like this this water stuff is gonna like tell kind of pretentious to say it's gonna tell a story, but it's gonna be up here. It leads down to where this this void creature is gonna be living. That's gonna be the boss of this area. So yeah. Yeah. So, I think that'll be cool. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out for a little bit of GM prep. I think we'll be back doing this again next Sunday, but I will need to... Oh, actually... Yeah. So I don't have Moto's Pathfinder campaign next Sunday, which I'm not excited about. I'm very sad about that. That campaign's going really well, and we're at a pretty exciting spot. We are approaching the end of the campaign. So, it does, however, open up an entire evening where we can do a bunch of this map. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool. As I said, thank you all for hanging out while I did a little bit of this GM prep. I'm going to be back tomorrow doing music, I think. And yeah, I have been Varys. Soon I will be 20-sided songs on Twitch, as that is the name of my Patreon. I'm going to be the name of the YouTube channel where I have a bunch of my music. If you're not familiar, I do a bunch of D&D music. I make a bunch of D&D music. I like making narrative music for like characters, for different scenes. Making soundtracks for tabletop RPGs is kind of like, I don't know, this weird passion, this thing I deeply enjoy that I've bumped into. So I'm going to try to do more of that on stream. I'm going to try to push people in that direction a little bit more and make them more aware of that. So yeah, look forward to that. I hope you all have a wonderful end of your weekend, wonderful start of your week. And I will see you all again real soon.